Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Appreciate you tuning in once again. So we are on video episode number 3. I have to make sure I got the right number up there. Wasn't really sure. Just been one of those days, you know what I mean? So we are back on that Edsel build. The 58 Edsel Pacer. This bad boy right here. It's come along very nicely. I'd say we're probably maybe a third, might even be a halfway done. Pretty much everything is painted, other than the interior. I haven't got that done yet. So we remixed the car and reshot this for the last time, hopefully. And so it's once again red, and we also did the white. So we did the white, and that is in pearl white. This is not clear coated yet. I think I'm going to clear coat just because the top, that's like I say, that's the Tamiya pearl white. And it just doesn't have the shine, the luster to it as the body does. So I think we're definitely going to clear it just to get that part of it done. So we got the black done inside under the hood. That's all set and dandy, looking fantastic. So, like I say, we painted that in the Tamiya lacquer. This is the LP43. This is what we painted that in. So that worked out really nice. And we also got the exhaust done. So the exhaust, I painted everything in a nice gray color. I don't know if you can see that or not, probably not. The camera's not zooming in, maybe not. And anything that exhaust, manifolds, exhaust, pipes, the whole 9 yards, all got shot with the MCW's neutral gray. And this is MIL2101E for enamel. And this worked pretty good. I put a little bit harder in it. Shot it with the airbrush. Didn't even put it in the baker or nothing. I just set it on the bench overnight and she's dry. She's good to go. We are good to go on that. So other than that, like I say, we painted the white. So I painted the rear valance of the car as well. So we got that all set. That turned out pretty good. So that's ready to go on. And I painted the valve covers and air cleaner. Those are white, according to the box. Yeah, kind of unique. You know, being as a technician, I just could not imagine working on an engine with white valve covers. I think that'd be kind of weird. Especially back in the day, you know, they had those crappy cork gaskets. You know dang well they leaked. So, and the oil wasn't that refined like it is today. So the oil was a little more crude, I guess, if you want to go. And, I mean, I just couldn't imagine. The valve covers just looked nasty after a while. So I guess they wanted to look pretty, you know, just keeping it nice and clean. So anyways, we got those done, and we also painted the engine. We assembled it. I'll show you in the video here. That's all assembled, and there's a piece of hair in there. Yes, sir. Okay, there we go. So this is done in the medium gold from MCW, and this is kind of the color of the car. I'll show you the corner of the box here. This is what the car had kind of for an engine in there. I'm kind of trying to keep it box stock. So it's just kind of a gold color with white valve covers and white air cleaner. So I painted that with MCW lacquer. This is 7130. So that's this color here. Medium yellow gold. Gloss lacquer. So I actually went down to Ohio, down to Massillon, Ohio, and picked this up myself. Went down to see Mike down there at MCW headquarters. And got this paint. And I bought this paint for my Mach 1 build I did back in the spring. Kind of trying to build the same thing off from Gone in 60 Seconds. No, not the new one. The original Gone in 60 Seconds. The original Eleanor. If you guys haven't checked that movie out, you should go watch it. It's actually pretty good. So it's got that cool retro 70s look to it. You know, everything's like, wow, man, we have sure evolved. That's for sure. But anyways, all that is done. So we are about ready to assemble everything. We got everything, like I say, painted and all that good stuff. So speaking of paints, everything I have here, you can get on the website for Hobby Nut Models, and you can pick up everything that I'm using for this car, for building this, to build your own car. So, and if you wanted a different color, he's got a line of everything down there. You can get everything down there, except for the lacquer MCW, because the only place you can get the lacquer MCW is at Ohio's MCW store itself. I'm not sure why they don't sell it anywhere else, maybe because it's pre-mixed. Just keep an eye on the product, maybe. I don't know. But other than that, Hobby Nut has all the rest of the supplies you'd want, and all the other MCW paints and all the good stuff. So check out that website and you can pick yourself up some of that stuff. So speaking of picking items, I got a shop card in the mail the other day. And this is from Plastic Imagination Workshop. So David, thank you for the card, my man. I really appreciate that. And thank you for the words on the back. So if you guys have not been over to David's channel, you guys should go check it out. It's kind of cool. He does a lot of other than just like automotive. He does like military and big rig, stuff like that. So kind of a cool channel. Like I say, go ahead and check it out if you have not been there already. And, you know, give him a sub. Watch some videos. Throw a comment up. Throw him a like. You guys know the drill. Go and check it out. So, David, once again, thank you. And like I say, if you guys have not been to his channel, go check his channel out. So, highly recommend it. So, thank you for that. All right. So, moving on, I'm going to take you over to the bench, and we're going to get this going. So, we gotta get it done. Time's running out. Chop, chop. Let's go. Let's get it done. Let's take you over the bench, see what we got going on. So we had a few discrepancies on it. So, like I say, I really don't like this line here. I know I can just sand that down and call it good, but I did run out of paint, like I mentioned in the last video. And I know this ain't gonna pick it up in the camera, but there's a light spot right there. I tried to wipe it, and I got a little bit of dirt in here, which I really want to get rid of. So we're just gonna wet sand it down. We're gonna repaint it, and this time we are gonna use Tamiya's LP7. This is pure red instead of the last time I used the Italian red, which is LP21. Like I say, I'm out of this now. So I may do is take just a drip of black and put in there just to darken it just a little bit, because this is like bright red. I mean, this is pretty red too, but this is even brighter than this. So we're going to wet sand this down, and we're going to repaint it. See how it looks the second time around. Go from there. This is pretty smooth right now, so I shouldn't have to get too carried away with it. Give it the paint something a little extra to stick to. Get rid of those spots there. And that is caused, you know, that was from my fault. I didn't have the tape good enough there. I had it kind of rough on that edge. And the nice thing about using a slight sandpaper, it doesn't hog out too fast on you, so you can kind of take your time with it a little bit. So I'm actually pressing down pretty good on this, because obviously now we're sanding lacquer now, so lacquer gets pretty hard. All right, we'll do the hood. Get the hood sanded down. That actually turned out really nice. I have a little bit of a spot in the middle. It's almost a little showed through. All right, we're gonna leave it at that. We'll get this wiped down and we'll give it another shot. All right, we're just gonna tape this back up quick. All right. Alright, there's our car. Alright, we're going to see how much pure red we have because we're just going to use the whole bottle of whatever we have left of it, just to make sure we have enough. So we're going to put a little bit of thinner net and wash it out. Like I said, I think we're going to add just a little black to that. I think that's just almost too red. Just a drop. One drop's all it takes. One drop. So this is Tamiya LP1. And this is just gloss black. I don't know if you guys ever mixed paint before, but it's amazing. Automotive paint, everything's done in grams and ounces. And it doesn't take nothing to how one drop will change the color. Unbelievable. Let's do one heavy drip, just like that. And we'll get her mixed around here. That one drip I think is all we need. It's not to change the contrast of the color, just a little bit. We'll see, maybe I can do one more drip and we'll see what happens. Okay, we're gonna leave it at that because it's gonna be close to our Italian red. It's a nice color red. Our black changed just enough. Okay, so our paint's good. Set that there just for a second. Alright guys, so our second paint job turned out pretty good once again. So this is that bright red with a little tinge of black in it. So it's almost the same color as the Italian red. It's pretty close. I think it looks pretty nice. But we're going to primer this all up. Going to paint it in white and get that going along as this here. And this way here we'll be pretty much done with the body other than chrome work. And then we're going to do the black inside here. So everything's getting shot black. So what I did is separated everything from gloss to black. So all these items here are going to be gloss black in this pile. And I have a pile over here, frame, all this kind of stuff. This is all going to be flat black. So I got myself separated out so we can get that shot. And we can start doing some sub-assemblies on a few things, engine, things like that. So the engine on this car, the valve covers and the air cleaner, these are white. And the engine is like a golden yellow. So what we're going to do is we're going to paint this the same color white as I do the top. And I'm not going to do this in white. I'm going to do this actually in pearl white. I think that'll look kind of cool. Just give a little different look to it. Make her pop a little bit. So this back valance, this is going to be white as well as the top. So this piece will be white across here. So I think that'll look pretty sharp. Alright guys, we got a little bit of our Tamiya black. This is LP1. And that's just your basic gloss black. There we go. So we mix a little bit up, just a little bit of kind of like a 60-40 mix. So we can take that over the airbrush. And everything I have here, this is going to be gloss black. Except for these guys. So we'll run this over the airbrush and get these shot quick and see how they turn out. Okay guys, so before I get started with everything, I just take and throw everything on just a little spin wheel here. So I've got everything just ready to go. And as I paint it, I just put it back in its hole and go from there. As I drop it on the floor, it's just a drive shaft, we'll be alright. Alright guys, so we got our body taped up. That was a lot of taping. And we got our hood taped up. So we're going to do good of this a quick shot. And then we'll move on to the other little pieces. This is all going to be done in flat black. Alright guys. Alright, let's see how this turned out. Sometimes you're a little nervous about painting on top of the color, because you just never know. Yeah, like I said, this is a Hobby Lobby tape. I'm not very fond of it. It just doesn't stick. I mean, it sticks okay, but just doesn't. It's not very pliable. Guess let's put it that way. I got a little overspray in the corner there. See if we can wipe that out. I knew that was going to happen somewhere or another. Yeah, it looks nice. I like that. That's cool. Okay, so the hood is done. Alright guys, we got her taped up one more time. We're going to primer this here, this piece here, so we got all our windows tied in, so that way nothing can run through. And we'll give that a quick little shot. We'll see how she turns out. Alright guys, we hit that with just a little bit of white Tamiya primer. And I'm just going to give this a real light sanding with some 2500. And then we're going to shoot it with the Pearl White LP 43. Alright guys, we got a pearl white on there. That looks pretty nice. Now for a moment of truth. Oh, I already see some discrepancies. So it pays to buy good tape. That's all I'm gonna say. I will never buy this tape again. It's alright, we can easily fix it. Easy fix. Looks really good on that. Oh, got one more piece here. Thought I got it all. Perfect. So what edges are left, the bare metal foil will cover. That'll work out good. So at this point we're going to work on the engine, and being we got most of it painted, we're going to follow the instructions for once. I usually don't do the instruction thing, but being I'm showing you step by step from beginning to front, we're going to use the instructions. So almost every instruction kit you always do on an engine build, or I'm sorry, on a model build, it's always the engine first. Almost every single kit. I really can't tell you a kit that I've done that you don't do the engine first. Just the way it goes. So like I say, we're going to do the engine and get it put together. So I have paint here, because this is supposed to be a gold color, is what they're calling for. I have a medium gold yellow that come off from the Mustang model. I think that'll work pretty close for what we're looking for. So I'm just going to go through and snip a few of these items. I know a lot of guys just take and twist these out of here and just rip them off, which is fine. I mean, I do that too. Yeah, everybody does that once in a while. So the cylinder heads, you have a right and left. Usually they're not that difficult to figure out which is which. But if you do notice, one is 10 and this one's 11. So looking at the instructions, number 10 is the left side. And I'm sure most of you people know, when you're looking at an engine or a car or any sort, it's always as if you're looking out the driver's seat. So your left side is driver's side, right side is passenger side. Working in a dealership, you'd be surprised how many people do not realize that. Alright, so this is number 10, so this is going to be the left side. Just keep things in perspective. And this is some big flash pieces here. My goodness, that's some big stuff. Alright, so we'll get this cleaned up. So I know a lot of times you can really make this detailed, super detailed. You'll see you have the split in the middle. I've seen guys take and use like a putty, and once you put it together, put a putty down here just to delete the seam, which does look good. So where you're using Tamiya thin, I like this stuff, works amazing. One hand, come on, you can do it. There we go. Okay, let's give her a little, you don't get carried away with it. And if you wanted to, you can give just a little bit of an edge here where it's seamed together where you're not going to see anything. And if you guys don't have anything like this, these little clips work amazing. They're not very heavy pressure, and they work really good for stuff just like this here. You just leave that on there for a few minutes and you're good to go. So these my two best friends in the shop here. So say if you want to take and just do the pulley, and I find this works very well versus painting, and it covers amazing. Does just as quick and good job just as if you did paint. And it's a one-time hit and you're good to go. Plus with the tip they put on there, it's nice and controllable. Alright, so this should be good to go by now. Doesn't take long. So now we can throw the oil pan on. So the sump is in the front on this engine. Throw this on there for a second. Okay, we'll let that sit for a minute. We need to paint our carburetor. So we're just going to use some Testors Gold, so it's just quick and easy. Everybody has the little tester bottles laying around usually. Still love this stuff. Be sad one day when it's just completely gone, you can't find it anymore. This has to be the coolest paint there is. So we're going to just paint this right on the tree. I'm not going to go super detailed on this carburetor because once the air cleaner is on it, it's probably one of those you're not going to see it. Alright, moving on. Pan should be good and secure. Alright, we'll get the front cover on, the timing cover. Alright, now we can set that cylinder head on there. And I said this was the left side. So our valve's going to go to the top. Need to get one of those little holders like Lucas C has. That looks pretty slick. Alright, now we're going to grab this other side. Man, I can't believe that. Okay, while the heads are still soft with glue, that's when I'll throw the intake on. That way I can line that all up and get that situated. So you got your holes will go to the front, obviously. Oh, I guess there's a line-up peg. Okay, that's pretty much it for the engine assembly. At this time, we can take and just let this cure for a few minutes, and we can actually paint that. So when I painted the white on the roof, I actually painted the air cleaner along with the valve covers. So those are all done. Alright, we're going to take you over the paint booth and we'll shoot that color quick. Alright guys, so we're going to just use some of this MCW lacquered medium yellow gold. And this should look pretty good on there. So nice thing about the MCW lacquer is already pre-mixed. So all you do is just dump it in and go. There's no mixing involved. guys, we are going to paint the shiny stuff flat neutral gray enamel, because that's all I have here that's close. I have like this super gloss, almost chrome stuff, that's too much. And I just don't want to spray testers on it because I just know that I don't know, it just don't seem like it holds up that well, because I got tons of this stuff here. Just the tester silver. So we're going to put a little bit of flat gray on it. And this is MCW enamel, so we'll throw some hardener in it and we'll let it cure for the night, and we'll go ahead and go from there. So then now we can get this bell housing painted up. We're going to paint that in a cast aluminum color, or actually might just paint that silver from the testers. Get this mixed up quick, and we're going to shoot these, and I'll be right back. Okay guys, that's going to wrap up episode number 3 on the Edsel build. So next time around we are going to do a lot of assembly on this and get most of that put together, and probably try to get some more interior, or some interior done I should say. Like I say, we still have to paint that, and the body needs to be clear coated yet, and bare metal foil. So other than that, there'll be a description and link below for David's channel at Plastic Imagination Workshop, and also for Hobby Nut Models. So you guys go ahead and click the link and it will take you to either place that you'd like to go. So once again, I appreciate you guys tuning in, checking out the channel, and I want to thank everybody that has subscribed to the channel. I really appreciate that. And if you guys are not a subscriber, little icon down the bottom of your screen, go ahead and click that, and you are in it to win it, my friend. So we will see you on the next time on episode number 4. So you guys have a good one. We'll see you. Thanks for watching.